Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Sunday, and that means it's Horseland Day. And this week's episode was, You Can't Judge a Girl by Her Limo. After taking a ride on one of the many trails of Horseland, Sarah, Alma, Molly, Will, and Bailey and their horses reflect on the day that Sarah and her horse Scarlett first arrived at Horseland, and how they and Chloe, Zoe, and their horses Chili and Pepper first judged them. Okay, things I liked about this episode. First off, I like the storyline. Now, Horseland has a very charming storyline. It basically follows a group of eight's later. 7 young riders and their horses, plus a dog, a pig, and a cat who happen to live on the farm. Now, you do see other characters that will come in for like an episode or two, but that's about it. And we will get another rider and horse joining the group in season 3, I believe. But we will talk about them when they come in. Second off, I liked the characters. Like I said, we had 7 humans, their horses, and then a dog, a pig, and a cat that happened to live on the farm. And the animals do talk, but they don't talk to the people, at least not the way the people talk to each other. And they do talk to each other. So, and you also have the dog who will open and close the episode, revealing some kind of lesson that's learned. So the characters are, we have Sarah Whitney and her horse Scarlett. Molly Washington and her horse Calypso. Alma Rodriguez, and her horse Buttons. Bailey Handler and his horse Aztec. Chloe or I don't know how to pronounce that last name, and her horse Chili. Her sister Zoe Studden and her horse Pepper. Will Taggett and his horse Jimber. And then you have Shep the dog, Teeny the pig, and Angora the cat. Finally, I liked the lesson that was presented in this episode, which is basically, as the title kind of indicates, is to not judge a book by its cover. This episode focuses on when Scarlett and Sarah first come to Horseland, as I mentioned earlier. Now, the friends all knew that before she even arrived, that Sarah was a rich girl. Now, Chloe and Zoe are both also rich, and they're very snobbish, very into fashion. They think they're better than Bailey and Molly and Alma at riding. So Bailey, Alma, and Molly thought, okay, Sarah's going to come in, she's going to be just like Chloe and Zoe. Now, the horses knew that Sarah was rich as well, and they knew that being rich, that means she could afford the best of the best horses. And so Aztec and Button and Calypso and Jimber are all thinking that Scarlett is going to be like Chili and Pepper, who are purebred Danish warm blood horses. They have papers, they're purebred, they're not mixed with anything else. And they are basically there like their owners. They are stuck up and they think they're better than anyone. And that's how Jimber and Aztec and Calypso and Buttons all thought Scarlett was going to be. And it is a big lesson on how not to judge someone by first impressions. Sarah was a rich girl. She's nothing like Chloe and Zoe. Scarlett is a purebred Arabian with papers. She's nothing like Chili and Pepper. So it is a lesson that is important. We shouldn't judge people based on our first impressions of them or based on what they are. Same thing with animals. We should get to know them. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. A few things that did bother me kind of were important towards the whole learning the lesson thing, which is basically the way Bailey and Molly and Alma treated Sarah at first, and the way that Aztec and Buttons and Calypso and Jimber treated Scarlett at first. But it was important to get into the lesson. And then, of course, you see Zoe and Chloe acting like overly friendly towards Sarah because they think, oh, she's going to be just like us. Kind of thing. And then, then we see them kind of going back to the way they were at the beginning of the episode when we first see everybody. Minus the sisters, of course. Will's kind of impartial. He is older. He's supposed to be about, I think, 13 or 14, maybe 15 or something. And so so he doesn't really have any opinion on Sarah at the beginning. They do become friends later. You actually see at the beginning of the episode that they are friends. Also, something I forgot to mention in the last slide, Will is actually Bailey's cousin. Don't know how they're related, because obviously they have different last names. I'm assuming their dads are not brothers, so it's either their moms are sisters, or one of their moms is the sister of one of their dads. I don't know. They don't really explain it. Okay, feel free to check out my other videos. I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, a quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, please leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Also, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. I do have my name for those 4 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. And the links for any sites I mention in this video will be in the description section. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that are not on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends, basically the same thing. Any of my videos that are not on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my Facebook group, Fanfic Corner. Okay, please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.